Good morning, folks. Hope you're doing well. So it looks like XRP is holding pretty well at about $3.05 or maybe 6 cents almost, 3.059. It's 8/7/2025 at about 11:13 a.m. Central Standard Time, for those who are curious. And I'm taking a look at an announcement. We talked about President Trump wanting 401ks to have access to crypto markets and alternative assets. I think this is long past time, because isn't it boring, isn't it tiring to see that when we have a 401k plan, we're only limited to what they allow us to invest in, and nobody ever becomes a millionaire off of these retirement plans. You should have a lot more control and a lot more choices within those 401k plans. And so I think he's fixing to do that by executive order, is what it looks like here. But they still need to codify this in law. And I believe they're going to get it done, because this is a very popular idea. We put all this money away, and I think we should have a lot more say in how it gets invested. So one of the choices, of course, is cryptocurrency and alternative assets, because that's what's coming. There's no doubt about it. And why shouldn't we have access to it? There's also the other idea of accredited investors, which I think they're gonna address at some point. But here's the announcement. It says, just in, Trump set to approve 401k access to crypto and alternative assets via executive order on Thursday. And so if he does this, like I said, it's going to be temporary, only because executive orders only go as far as his term. So this is today that it's going to happen. Now, Marty Party gives us a little bit of detail as to what this means. He says, Trump will sign an executive order Thursday that aims to allow private equity, real estate, cryptocurrency, and other alternative assets in 401ks, according to Reuters. Trump's order will direct the Labor Department to reevaluate guidance around alternative asset investments in retirement plans. So they're going to give some guidance, and I don't think it's just going to give investors carte blanche, right? It doesn't mean like, okay, well, now I can just tell them to throw money here and there and everywhere. I mean, you're still going to have your TPAs, your third-party administrators, and you're still going to have your what do you call them? Your custodians, of course, which can be your Fidelities, your MetLifes, it can be your Schwabs, and other companies out there that people, when you invest, that's what you see on your statement. So this is going to give a lot more choices based on guidance, of course. But I mean, take a look at what he's talking about. He says real estate, which is a very good investment, and you're looking at cryptocurrency, which we already know is great, and other alternative assets. I'm not sure what he means by that, but hey, we should have a lot of those choices available to us. And it's long past time that this happens. So tell me what you think about this. Is this a good idea? Does it frighten you? I mean, they're just choices. You don't have to take them, but I think it's a good idea for us to have that kind of access. But maybe most of you don't think that's good. But in light of what's happening with cryptocurrency, as we've talked about on this channel, it's coming whether we like it or not, and it's going to be a huge investment opportunity for those of us that get in early and make a bet, right? We're taking a risk still, because nobody really knows for sure who's going to win or lose. You know how I feel and where I stand on that. I've seen everything that I think I need to see, and I continue to look to verify that my bet on XRP is as good as I think it is. Of course, I have about 20 to 22 digital assets that I'm invested in, but I've placed my bets, and I feel pretty good that the vast majority of them are going to do well. But wouldn't it be great to have that kind of access within your 401k plan? Because that's where most of us have that extra money, where we can actually just let a little bit, maybe 5, maybe 10% of it ride a little bit and make a little gamble. And who knows, that little 5 and 10% might end up making us a lot more money than the rest of the 90 to 95% of our investment. I mean, we all know how not mutual funds, but the fund options within 401k plans work. I mean, if you get 5 to 8%, that's great. Some years, maybe you'll do better. Many years, you'll take a loss. If you're going to do all that, you're still taking a risk. You might as well do it on something, or have access at least to these investment options. Anyways, for me, it's great. I love it. I love the idea that we can do this. So like, share, subscribe. Tell me what you think in the comments. Bookmark, and we will see you guys on the next one. Till next time, adios amigos.